Good morning. Let me start with a simple question. Have you ever worked in a hospital where the CT machine keeps breaking down, the ICU is short-staffed, and somehow good doctors don't stay? We usually blame management or systems or bad luck. But there is one number behind all of this: EBITDA. Now I know the moment I say EBITDA, half the room mentally switches off. Finance, not my problem. But let me reframe that. EBITDA is not a finance number. It is the number that decides whether you can practice good medicine or compromised medicine. Let us make it very simple. EBITDA stands for earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Now forget the jargon. Think of it like this. A hospital earns money from consultations, surgeries, ICU care, diagnostics, and procedures. It spends money on salaries, consumables, medicines, maintenance, and electricity. What is left after paying all these day-to-day running costs? That is EBITDA. In simple terms, EBITDA equals total revenue minus operating expenses. It does not include loan interest, taxes, or accounting adjustments. So EBITDA tells you one thing very clearly: how strong your hospital is from pure operations. It is the hospital's breathing space, and that is why it is one of the most important measures of hospital health. Because if your operations are weak, no amount of funding, loans, or branding can sustain you for long. Now imagine this scenario. A young neurosurgeon joins your hospital. Brilliant, skilled, motivated. He asks for a better microscope and advanced instrumentation. The answer he gets is, "Not now, budget constraints." That is not a clinical decision. That is EBITDA talking. Let me walk you through the real world. If EBITDA is below 8%, your hospital is in the ICU. Salaries get delayed, vendors stop trusting you, investments stop. You are one insurance delay away from crisis. If EBITDA is between 9 and 15%, you are walking but with crutches. You survive, you pay salaries, but growth is very slow. One competitor price war and you fall back. If EBITDA is between 16 and 22%, now you are healthy and hunting. You have a good case mix, strong operation theatre utilization, balanced revenue. This is where hospitals grow. Above 23%, you are elite. But this is also where ethics get tested, because high margins can come from excellence or exploitation. Let me tell you what I have seen on the ground. 3 silent killers. The first is scheme addiction. When 60 to 70% of your patients are low-paying schemes, margins disappear. Cross-subsidy has limits. The second is doctor guarantees. A fixed high salary with no performance linkage is not motivation. It is an EBITDA leak. The third is empty operation theatres at 4 in the evening. This one hurts the most. An operation theatre is running with staff, air conditioning, and equipment, but no surgery. Every unused hour, you are burning money. Now here is the important part. This is not just management's problem. Doctors influence EBITDA every single day. When you delay a surgery, keep a patient admitted unnecessarily, order unnecessary tests, or do not optimize your operation theatre time, you are affecting EBITDA. And the reverse is also true. When you plan efficiently, discharge appropriately, and use resources wisely, you are strengthening the system. Most hospitals track bed occupancy, but the smarter ones track operation theatre minute utilization, because that is where real value is created. Let me say something slightly uncomfortable. A hospital with weak EBITDA cannot sustain good clinical outcomes. Not immediately, but gradually. Equipment ages, talent leaves, systems weaken, and eventually patients suffer. But the opposite is also dangerous. If EBITDA becomes the only goal, we risk over-investigation, over-treatment, and billing pressure. So the real challenge is this: can we build a hospital that is both financially strong and ethically uncompromised? So the next time you hear the word EBITDA, do not think finance. Think, can we buy that next C-arm? Can we retain that ICU nurse? And can we give better care? Because in the end, strong medicine needs a strong balance sheet. Thank you.